It's Andre Banks coming today from Information Age Financial Solutions with a fantastic book that I would encourage anyone to pick up to read, especially if they're going to be an entrepreneur or they're going to start their own company, or just a good read if you're going to be a solo entrepreneur. And I maybe jumbling up the term. It's called The Next 5 Moves, Master the Art of Business Strategy by Patrick Bet David. He has his PBD YouTube channel. I'm not getting paid for this. I just found I really like his information he provides out. Decided to pick up his book because how he built his insurance company to $100 million, and his story is pretty monumental. This book is packed full of just unbelievably great information here, and I can't stress enough about just, even if you're not thinking about it in an entrepreneur, it just gives you different information on how to deal with people. But if you're going to be on the entrepreneur mode, you're thinking of everybody who starts as an entrepreneur wants to build something that's lasting and large. This book is just, you need to have this in your library. You need to have this as a point of reference and something you can read over and over again. You see all the earmarks that I put through the book itself, and I'm a person who takes every book, but in these particular cases highlights different parts of it, and I just can't stress enough about how good this book is. Even from the first chapter alone, I'll just read you a couple excerpts. He just gives you so much different things to do. Mastering knowing yourself. The first chapter is move 1 is mastering knowing yourself. What do you want to be? Make pain your fuel. Answers the question to reveal your deepest desire. Again, I'm just touching the bases here, but I can't stress enough of how great this book is. And so many different things that I took on. And these action steps. When he just at the end of each chapter, he gives you a bunch of action steps. What do you want to be? Whether it's solitude, talking to a mentor, or using the questions discussed in chapter 1, set aside the time to get it clear what you want to be. It will help you tap into your pain, create a visual. This is your face constantly to remind you of your future truth. The importance of doing a personal self-audit. Awareness shows you that you are the center of all your problems and solutions. Realize that your problems can be fixed. It focuses on the person, you being the best version of yourself in every aspect, and how do you continually moving ahead. And knowing the 5 steps is you're not going to become reactionary. You're actually going to be, planning for all of these things ahead. You're going to take the time to think about it. And we live in a society now where everything is based on reaction. It's like no one's planning for what's going to happen. This book is functioning on the strategies that's going to give you 5 steps ahead, so you can always be aware of different things that are going to happen in your business, you personally, how people are going to react to different things, listening to that, how to fire people, how to hire people, like slow to hire. We heard that term before, but it really outlines that. Even gives you basis of things on marriage. You should always sign a prenuptial agreement, especially if you're going to get married. 6 techniques to becoming an effective terminator. How to fire people correctly. Fire gently again, and fire. How to communicate your expectations clearly, early, and often. This book is just unbelievable. What you must recognize in order to retain talent. That meaning that if you're going to hire people, you have to constantly be in the position of you constantly working, and also giving them the impression of what is in it for them. Always thinking, even for the people that you hire, if you want them to get to perform the best, thinking from their perspective of why do they want to work with you and why would they want to stay with you, especially when we live in a day and age with all the silent quitting and quitting your jobs and that places. You want to retain that talent. And it just goes into so many different details about that. How to create golden handcuffs. If you're not ready to be an entrepreneur, it gives you tips on how to be a solo entrepreneur and find different aspects of what you could do in the company you're working for to give you more of an ownership kind of feel like that, so you can make yourself invaluable, which is extremely important, especially in this time and the times going forward if we're going to a recession. Ask questions that go below the surface when you're dealing with people. Always be transparent, and trust equals speed, the power of reliability. It goes into so much different details. Some of the best experts, I'm reading this from the back of the book, you will gain clarity on what you want and who you want to be, strategy to help you reason the war room in the bedroom, and even in the bedroom, growth tactics during both economic booms and busts, skills for building the right team based on strong values, insight on power plays and the art of applying leverage. I mean, I've read I've just been diving in this book. I'm almost at the end. That's the only reason why I put up. I wanted to do a video on it because I just been so enthused by it, and just I can't believe how much this is. And he just puts his words out plainly, and it's understandable when he and repeats. He even gives you tactics of exercise you could do at the end of the chapters. The appendix, where you can find out your personal identity audit. It's right here at the back here. And I would encourage you to take a look at it and do it. I'm going to do it myself again. How do you handle public loss? Leveling up means starting over at the bottom. Different aspects about that. Conclusions. I can't stress enough, you should pick up this book, especially if you're thinking about being an entrepreneur and building a large company. But if you're being a solo entrepreneur and just trying to be the best version of yourself, this book is one you have to have in your library. Again, I'm not being paid for this. I just really enjoy this particular individual's work. Love this YouTube channel, and I'm glad he actually wrote a book on giving this 5 business strategy, and always thinking 5 moves ahead. It's just a practical way to be in life, and you should always be striving to be for your best excellence. This video has been any value to you, please subscribe, leave some comments, hit the like button, share this video, and until my next video for Information Age Financial Solutions, I'm out.